So once again, good morning to all of you. I am understanding that you are clear with YPM sum, right? And hence we should start with the equity valuation, right? The same way we learned how to do the valuation of debt, debentures, bonds, right? And we will now understand that how to make valuation of equity. So here we will discuss valuation of equity. Now you must have be knowing that what is there is different method to value equity, but we will understand today is the valuation of equity, right, in the dividend growth model, right, as per dividend growth model. As per dividend growth model, the formula is d1 upon r minus g. Now here Now here D1 is what? D1 is equal to, see, D1 is the next dividend. So when you are expecting growth, so this year suppose you have been given 20 rupees dividend by a company, right? And the company is expecting growth rate of 5%, right? That means what? This year they will give 20 rupees, but next year they will give me 1 rupees more because there will be a 5% increase into this 21. Now next year 1, this is year 0, this is year 1. Now year 2 में क्या होगा? 21 into 1 उसका 5%, right? उसका 5%, 21 का 5%. नेक्स्ट ईयर में क्या होगा? इसका जो भी आंसर आएगा उसका 25%, right? उसका 5%. So every year we have a growth. So every year it will be a 5%. इसको बोलते हैं constant growth dividend model. And दूसरा है कि the growth is also growing. So this year I have a 5% growth. Next year I will be having a 7% growth. So if I have dividend D0, that is a dividend at the 0 time is 20. Next year इसमें कितना परसेंट ऐड होगा? 5% का. पर जो प्राइस इससे बनेगा दैट इज सपोज 21, उसमें उसके बाद के ईयर में कितना इंक्रीमेंट आएगा? 7% का, और उसके बाद 10%. दैट इज ग्रोइंग ग्रोथ रेट, राइट? बट मेनी अ टाइम कंपनी कंसीडर ओनली द कांस्टेंट ग्रोथ रेट. सो इफ यू हैव बीन गिवन लाइक दिस कि देयर इज अ कांस्टेंट ग्रोथ रेट, राइट, तो आपको ये कैलकुलेट करना होगा. कौन सी फॉर्मूला है? D1 upon R minus G. R is the rate and the G is the growth, right? Rate is the interest rate we are talking about minus growth rate, right? Or interest minus growth rate will be in the denominator, and in the numerator it will be D1. So here D1 is also given. DO plus G is D1, and the formula is DO plus G upon R minus D. कुछ नहीं है, simplest formula है. Let us understand it with the example. Now the share of a certain stock paid a dividend of ₹3. उसका मतलब है paid a dividend last year, so that is D0, right? जो already pay हो चुका है, that dividend is always a D0. So last year they paid ₹3. The dividend is expected to grow at a constant rate. So this is a constant growth rate model, right? So what is the growth percentage? 8%, right? And then the required rate of return on this stock is considered to be 15%. This is nothing but the R. So R expected is how much? 15%. Right. Now you tell me that how much should this stock sell for now? What should be the value of the stock now? So the value of the stock is calculated with dividend constant model as like this. So PO, that is the share price, should be equal to D1 upon R minus G. On D1 we can write as DO plus G. Right, so let us write D1. First of all, let us calculate D1. So this year they have given me ₹3. This year the dividend is ₹3, right? So next year what will be my dividend? Plus 8%. So 3 plus 3 ka 8%. 3 ka 8%, right? It will be the increase. So what will be my D? 3 plus 8% of 3 कितना होगा?
0.24.
Very good, 0.24. So my D1 is what? 3.24, right? And 3.24. So my all together formula will be PO is equal to 3.24 divided by क्या था R minus G. So what is the required rate of return given into the question? 15, right? 15 minus G. What is the growth rate? G is 8. So altogether it is 3.24 divided by 7. Tell me the answer. Multiply by 100, of course. Not 100, rather. What is the answer?
0.46.
0.46. Matlab ki 46 rupees, right? So see, the same thing has been shown here, right? It is 46.29 around the answer is, right? So our answer is right. Right, 46.29. So here you may write 46.29, 0.4629, that is 46.29. Very easy, right? But this is a dividend growth model. Sorry, constant dividend, right? एक होता है no growth. So whatever dividend is paid today, that will be paid in the next year and next year and next year, right? So that is a constant growth. That is a dividend model. Then constant growth model, where your dividend is constantly growing at given rate, right? The third model is CAPM model, capital asset and pricing model, right? So that model we will be discussing in our module, next module, right? Module 3, that is module 4, right? That is basically portfolio construction model. At that time we will learn CAPM, right? So this is the only method we will supposed to learn into this thing. So you please read this question and I want to answer you to dictate me the answer. The share of certain stock, the share of a certain stock paid a dividend of ₹10. ये क्या है? Last year, right? So this is what, that must be what? This is what?
D0.
D0. Simple, right? The dividend is expected to grow at which rate? What is the growth rate? 15%. So matlab 10 ka 15% you will have to add to find the D1. The required rate of return is what? 18%. Right. Now, how much should this stock sell for now? Right? How much this stock should be sell for now? तो ये चीज तो हमने already कर दी है. This is something new. Assuming that the expected growth rate and required rate of return remains the same, at what price should the stock sell after 4 years? Sell 4 years hence, matlab after 4 years. So let us do this part first, the first part of this example, and then we will do the next part. Can you guide me how to do it? How we will do it? Guide me.
Calculate D1 first.
We will calculate D1 first. Okay, very good. I'm just adding one slide so I can show you the calculation. Okay, so what is the D0 given into the question? 10, right? What is the growth percentage given into the question? 15%. Am I right? And what is the rate of return? Expected rate of return?
18.
What is it? 18%. I hope all of you are getting. Very easy. ये आपने FM में पढ़ा ही है. 18%, right? So first of all, what I will calculate? D1. What is a D1? What is a D1? 10 plus 10% का 10 rupees का 15%, right? So what is a 15% of 10? 1.5. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just a second. Now, what will be the next thing? Tell me, what is the final answer of this?
11.
11.5.
The answer is? Final answer is this? This is the final answer? No.
For D1, ma'am.
No. I'm talking about final. No problem. Tell me final for what is the D1? 11.5? You said no, 11.5? Huh. Now, what is the final answer?
Yes, ma'am.
PO, what is the PO? 11.5 divided by 18 minus 15, or 0.18 minus 0.15. So 11.5 divided by 3. What is the answer? What's the answer?
3.83.
380 is the answer, right? See, this is the same. 383 था आपका answer?
383, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, assuming that the growth rate of 15% applies to market price as well, the market price at the end of the fourth year will be. Now, understand, see, एक तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें, राइट, कि एक तो ये चीज है कि हम ये कर सकते हैं कि हम D1 ढूंढेंगे, फिर D2 करेंगे. So D2 is equal to what? D1 plus D1 into growth rate, राइट, into जो भी आपका ग्रोथ परसेंटेज है वो, राइट. ऐसा हम कब तक, और फिर उसका वापस से पीओ ढूंढेंगे, दैट इज 380 यहाँ से डिवाइडेड बाय 18 डिवाइडेड बाय 15 जो भी D2 आया वो. फिर हम करेंगे D3. D3 में हम क्या करेंगे? D2 प्लस D2 into जो भी G है वो, then D4, right? So you have to do it 4 times. So the answer will be multiplied by 4 times. What you can do is simply you can add into 1 plus G raised to 4. अगर यहाँ पे 6 year दिया होता तो you will do 1 plus G raised to 6, right? So the simple thing हमने की है यहाँ पे, that is 383, right, into 1 plus, what is our rate? What is the rate we have?
15.
15, right? So 0.15. So and raised to 4. So 383 multiply by 1.15 ka 4 times. So you do 1.415 into 4 times and then multiply it with 383. Your answer must be this, 669.87. Is that so?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what I wanted to tell you. Now, so that's it for the day, and we have left with 15 minutes time. Do you want me to explain you that sum? We have a time. Otherwise, we are done with this module, risk and return. I'll show you the syllabus. I hope you can see my screen. So whatever I'm doing here, it's visible. Where is the IAPM? Yeah, so this is our syllabus, right? Is screen visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we started with analysis of different types of risk, that is systematic and unsystematic risk, right, and different types of return, right? So systematic and unsystematic risk. We calculated measures of return and risk, that is historical return and historical risk. Then we discussed the determinant of required rate of return. We discussed risk-free rate and factor influencing the risk-free rate of return. We also discussed the risk premium. Then we learned to calculate historical and expected return, historical and expected risk, right? Then we did valuation of equity and bonds and models of equity valuation. I told you there is a 4 model rather. One is the same dividend every year, no growth model. One is constant growth model. Third is CAPM, and one is earning model. So 2 other model we will be discussing into this model, modern portfolio theory mein, and 2 we are dividend growth we are done with, right? So this is the 2 module we had completed, right? And we will be starting with third module in the next week, right? So next इसमें भी हमारा EMH theory हो गया है, but I will again repeat it. So we will start with the fundamental analysis, where it will be economic, industry and company analysis, and then we will discuss the technical analysis, right? So our third module will be completed within next 3 weeks, that is by October. So by November we will start with this, or mid of the October we will start with this, right? Modern portfolio theory, right? And if you have any query till now, you tell me, but otherwise we are done with module 1 and module 2. I just wanted to know कि मैंने आपको IAPM में कितने असाइनमेंट दिए हैं? मॉड्यूल 2 में आई गेव यू 3 असाइनमेंट, राइट? असाइनमेंट नंबर 1, 2, 3. मॉड्यूल 1 देयर वाज नो असाइनमेंट, राइट? So yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so module 2 mein
Yes,
you will have one more assignment of this equity and bond valuation, right? By next week I should give it to you, right? And by that time you complete these all 3 assignment given to you, right? So that's it for the day. I will take your attendance, and if you have any query, now you can raise it to me. 1 or 2 module mein kahin pe bhi, first second module mein, anywhere you're facing any query, you tell me. Any query, guys?
No, ma'am.
no, ma'am.
अच्छा, ठीक है. I will share with you all both the modules. First module is done. Second module की final PPT I will share with you all. I will share with you one more assignment, and we will start with module 3 in